Hello family, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today is the 6th of February and it's actually the International Day of Zero Tolerance for Female Genital Mutilation. It's a day that we have set aside to create awareness, to educate people, as well as empower them to take in actionable steps towards eradicating this brutal practice that affects millions of girls and women all over the world. So what exactly is female genital mutilation? I'd like to begin by saying female genital mutilation is a violation of the human rights. It actually involves the complete or the partial removal of the female external genitalia for non-medical purpose. It's a very painful and traumatic experience that could lead to a number of physical and emotional scars, infection, and in severe cases, it could even lead to the death of those women. So one may wonder, why is this practice still thriving? Well, over the years, several beliefs and practices have been found to be enablers of this brutal practice, and we'll be talking about them shortly. So first, some people believe that females that have had their genitals mutilated tend to be virgins or tend to keep themselves and their chastity until they are married. Some other people also believe that when you mutilate the genitalia of a female, then the risk or the propensity for her to be promiscuous is actually reduced. So basically, mutilating a female's genitals will help her keep herself from being promiscuous. Some other people also believe that females that have had their genitals mutilated tend to have better hygienic practice. Basically, they can groom themselves better. They are cleaner, so to speak, as compared to their counterparts that have not had their genitals mutilated. And lastly, shocking, but people also believe that women that have had their genitals mutilated tend to have better chances of finding spouses. Can you actually believe that? So basically, they have increased marriageability as compared to females that have not had their genitals mutilated. Well, this is actually wrong. Female genital mutilation has no benefit. In fact, female genital mutilation has zero health benefits. And on the contrary, it has a number of severe and long-lasting complications, physical and emotional complications that it leaves on these women that at the end of the day tends to impact significantly on the overall quality of life these women end up living. Next, we're looking at some of the complications of female genital mutilation. So the first thing I'm going to be talking about is chronic pain. Now, female genital mutilation can cause chronic back pain, chronic pelvic pain, pain during sex, and that's what we call dyspareunia. Also, it increases the risk of infection. So these women could come down with urinary tract infection, vaginal or genital infections. Now, these repeated infections also increases the risk of these women having fertility issues later on in life. Also, let's not forget about the emotional trauma part of it. Now, female genital mutilation exposes these women to having things such as anxiety disorder, depressive disorder. For some people, they could experience post-traumatic stress disorder. Another complication is the childbirth complication. So it's been found that female genital mutilation tends to increase the risk of women developing pregnancy complications such as obstructed labor, prolonged labor, and also even increase the need for cesarean deliveries in these women. Next, I'll be talking about the sexual dysfunctionality part of female genital mutilation. So, female genital mutilation, like I said earlier, could cause chronic pain during sex, and that's what we call dyspareunia. So, for some other people, they notice that they have decreased desires for sex. Basically, their libido for sex, sexual libido is reduced. And some other people may notice that they have decreased response to sexual stimulation. Lastly, there's also the urinary problems attributed with this. So, the first thing is urinary incontinence. So, some women will notice that they are not able to hold their urine again, or their bladder, so to speak, is not able to store urine. So these women will just keep dripping urine throughout the entire day. They could also have urinary retention and urinary tract infections. So what can be done towards ending this practice of female genital mutilation? First, there is a need for education. So we need to educate ourselves, we need to educate others about the dangers of this practice. We can also support organizations that are making movements or campaigns towards ending female genital mutilations. We can advocate for laws and policies that would help protect females and the girl child. Lastly, we can also listen to as well as amplify the voices of survivors. Together, we can end female genital mutilation and create a world where the girl child is free from violence and harm. It begins with you.